Hello everyone, I'm Carolyn from Tranquil Mentor and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be making a Dollar Tree Valentine tree. We'll be using 2 pink trees that you can usually find around Valentine's Day at your local Dollar Tree. The reason that we're going to be using 2 is because the one tree is a little bit sad and it just needs more life. It needs more branches to be pulled out, or else it just looks like a Charlie Brown tree. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pull all these branches out, but I'm going to make sure that I leave the back flat. And the reason that we're going to be leaving the back flat like this is we're going to be putting both of them together back to back. And we want to get that fluffiness all the way through the tree so that it looks like something instead of just skimpy. Okay, and then here's what we're going to do. You just take 2 of them, and you see how I have them here, and we just squish them together, just like that. And then we'll take some zip ties, and I do get these from Dollar Tree, but sometimes you can get them other places. Dollar General or the hardware store could have them. These are a little bit, I wouldn't say that they're clear, but they're kind of whitish, so they'll work good in this color. I guess if you had white it would be okay too, and if you only have black you could probably paint them maybe white or pink. I'm using these 2 bottom pieces here, the little white plastic pieces at the bottom, to just kind of give it some leverage. So we're going to go, we went to the bottom, we zip tied those 2 together, and you just move the branches. Now I just love the quality of this tree this year. It's very, very nicely done. You should open the box and check them because sometimes those threads are unraveled. And then here we're going towards the top. I've got everything zip tied together now. I do trim them off eventually, and then just to secure the tree a little bit more, I'm going to take another zip tie and put that towards the bottom and around the largest part by the threads. And then you just tighten that very, very tight, and you can trim them. And then here, just to make these look like they belong together or that they're one tree, we can take the top pieces and we'll just twist them together. And you see how there's 2 sticking up? You just take them and twist them one over the other. And that way you don't have 2 awkward branches at the top. They look as they are one. And more fluffing, of course, lots of fluffing. And you'll be going through and fluffing throughout. I found this at Dollar Tree. They usually have containers like this around Valentine's Day. And all through the year too. You don't necessarily have to have this one. This was actually kind of big, and I wish I maybe would have had one of the metal ones or something smaller, but it worked out good. And then here's my collections of stones from Dollar Tree, and I use them time after time, and I just keep everything. I keep accumulating everything, and I reuse it. And then what we're going to do, that's going to weigh that bucket down because it does get a little bit tipsy-turvy there. And this is just some foam that I had laying around from packaging, and I saved that too. And then to secure it a little bit more, I'll just take a couple little extra pieces that I have, and it was just part of a shipping package that I had on hand. And then we'll pull that, push that in, and then just try to get it a little bit more secure, and that will work. We'll take our 2 trees, and here I'm making a little imprint, and just to show where the 2 circles are going to go. And I wish I would have taken those 2 white plastic pieces off. I really didn't need to have them during this step because they're going to be taken off anyway. So as we go through here, I'll just show you. I took the scissors. It was pretty easy to poke through this foam, and then we're just going to make sure we go all the way through so that we could get those trees put in. And we'll make a couple more holes here, and then I take it out and I want to make a cross so that they can fit in between the crosses here. And sometimes with this it just needs to be cut with a little serrated knife too. That will help. It just is an extra way to get that cut. If I did have just the metal pieces on the end at this point, I could have just really pushed them into the foam. But I keep trying. And then now here's where we realize we have to take these off. And they really do pull off, but here I'm just trying to screw them off, but they really do just pull off. And see, you can get that off. And then you have your little metal poles there that hold the tree up. And it is lucky that I just had enough crosshatch there where I could put the two metal pieces in. And then I just pushed those in forward, push them in a little bit more. It was easier to take all of the foam out instead of trying to push it all in that way. And here, everything's in place now. And I've got the two trees pushed in there and I've fluffed them out. And then I'm going to take that foam and just put that back in just to get that tightened up. And if you do have a smaller container, you don't have to go through this. These I found one year a couple years ago, and I've had them and I use them for different things. This probably really didn't even need to be done, but it did weigh down the bucket very well. But you could use other filler in here. You don't have to have pink stones or anything like that. There was certainly enough weight at the bottom. And then I have this fill laying around all the time, and I use it for Valentine's Day, and I just keep it. I put it away again. I decorate my table with it, and it's just filler. So I take a little bit of that and put that in, and that covers that up and gives it some more silvery color too. A little bit of dimension and interest down at the bottom. So I love the way that that came out, and I'm just showing you in the container what it looks like. I didn't get the ornaments, the Valentine ornaments in my stores, so I had to order them. I ordered them from Amazon. El Coho is the company. I do have some Valentine ribbon from Dollar Tree there. Tried to get as much as I could from Dollar Tree. And then these are lights, heart lights that I've had for a while, and they have the white wiring. And then also the usual fairy lights from Dollar Tree too, and they have silver wiring so you don't see them. And then I'm sure you've seen the tubing, the pink tubing and all the different color tubing that they have, that mesh tubing, and I think that will look really pretty. And it just gives it some extra dimension. And the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the lights. The fairy lights were the easier thing to put on first. And I have them turned on when I put them on. And I just start at the top and I work my way down to the bottom. And then the battery pack will be on the back. And then I'll just either tuck it in, or later on I'll tuck that in. And then I have the heart lights that I do get from Dollar Tree. And I put those on second. And then I go ahead and I put the ornaments on. And I had some glitter and then some just shiny. I try not to put too many on there to outweigh it because it's a tiny little tree. And then you see the mesh bows, which I really think added some extra interest and a little bit of whimsical to the tree. And it kind of filled it in a little bit more too. And just it is pretty filled with the two, but a little scanty. And then this is Celebrated. I'm pretty sure I got that from Michael's. And I saw this tree. I'm actually remaking this tree on Jennifer's channel, Happiness is Homemade 4. And I'll link her video because I got a lot of my ideas from her video. And I just absolutely loved it. And I always wanted one. And I just took the bows, the checkered buffalo check bows, and put them there. Now I didn't get the ornaments. She had the wooden ornaments that you buy on Amazon. I did a print then cut on my Cricut, and I put an outline on them. It's not called an outline, offset. I put a white offset so that they would look like vintage stickers. And then I do end up printing them on my sublimation printer, but I was having trouble with my regular printer. So I know you're not supposed to do this, but I ended up printing them on the sublimation printer, and they came out vintagey looking to me. So I'm happy with that. And I love the way they came out, and they're on cardstock. And here is just a simple bow. I put that together, and just with I always forget, I call them chenille stems they are. And I use this chenille stem to attach them to the top. And then as we go through, we can look at all the duck and everything, and the little Valentines ornaments are from, trying to think where I got them, Creative Fabrica. And I'll link those below too. And they came out all in one, and I had to separate them, but it was worth it though. I think they're so pretty, and I love the way they look on the tree. And I really didn't make them as ornaments. I took them and I put them in the tree with just the branches and tucked them in. I just thought that looked perfect. So here we have it, it's in my front room, and this is sort of midday-ish, where the lights are just a little bit dim in my front room. So you could see the red, how those red heart lights really lit up the inside of the tree. And then you can see a little touch of the fairy lights. And then I have my lamp on the side. This is at night in my front room. And look at that glow. It is so pretty, and the camera really doesn't capture it as pretty as it looks. It just doesn't. But here's our Valentine's girl up at the top, and I just think she's so vintage and so cute. And our skunk, he's adorable, absolutely adorable. And then we'll spin around here and show the rest of the ornaments with the bluebird, and then there's the little girl and boy couple. I'm just so excited about the way it came out. Very, very happy. And after I saw it on Jennifer's channel and saw her video, I absolutely had to have one and remake this. So I hope that you love this as much as I do. I had such a wonderful time making this tree, and I hope you make one too. And keep in mind, if you're feeling a little down or overwhelmed, especially after the holidays, do some crafting DIYing. It can really help to reduce some anxiety and give you an outlet. Be kind to yourself and make something great. We also have some journals linked below that can help keep you on track with your behavioral health and well-being. If you make a Valentine's tree, share the inspiration and tag us on Instagram. It's Tranquil_mentor. Or visit us on Facebook at Tranquil Mentor. And if you're already one of our subscribers, welcome back, and thanks for watching our video today. And if you're not a subscriber, welcome to our channel. And if you would be so kind to subscribe and like our video, it helps YouTube notice us a little more, and it supports our channel and helps us to grow. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.